Have you ever seen one of these before? This is a wine decanter, and while many of us might think it's just for decoration, it really does have its uses. In this video, I'll show you what they're used for. Hi, I'm Reggie Norito, here to help you learn more about wine one sip at a time. In this video, we're going to look at wine decanters. Decanters come in all shapes and sizes. They're the simple, sturdy, easy to use ones like the one that I have right here, and they go all the way up to these fancy ornate ones, which quite frankly I'm a little afraid to handle because I'm afraid I might break it. With that said, I've often been asked what they're used for. Well, there are two primary uses. Let's look at each one. The first is for aeration. Young, robust red wines, think Cabernet Sauvignon, Nebbiolo, Zinfandel, and Syrah. Pretty much any young red wine that has a tannic bite can benefit from aeration. Tannin is an acid that makes your mouth dry out and taste harsh. Aerating for a period of time not only softens a tannin in a wine, but it also helps the wine to open up to be more expressive in both smell and taste. In short, it will taste better. Aerating a wine in a decanter is really simple. You just pop the cork, then pour the wine into the decanter. No need to be gentle here. The more the wine is agitated, the more you expose the wine to air, which is the whole point. Now, some of you might ask, don't you get air exposure just by pouring the wine in a glass? And the answer would be yes. But the amount of air that actually reaches the wine is much smaller than if you use a decanter. If you just poured the wine in a wine glass, it would take 5 to 6 hours for a wine to achieve the same effect as using a decanter for 2 or 3. Of course, there would have to be some pre-planning, but nothing too difficult. The second use for a wine decanter is for exactly that, decanting. Dark, thick-skinned grape varieties like the ones I mentioned earlier will begin to lose their color with age. Tannic acid compounds attach themselves to the color compounds in wine to form a chain. After a while, this chain becomes too heavy to retain its liquid form and precipitates out of its liquid state in the form of sediment. This process begins subtly at around 8 to 10 years old. As the wine gets progressively older, the amount of sediment increases too. Sediment can taste bitter and have a gritty texture, so most people avoid it. And the best way to do that is to use a decanter. The easiest way to do this is to put some cheesecloth on top of the decanter, then just pour the wine through the cheesecloth. The cloth will catch most of the sediment, then you're on your way. The classic method is a little bit more involved. I don't have a cradle, so I'll just go from opening the bottle. But it's important to note that if you're going to use this method, to not move the bottle for 24 hours. That way the sediment will settle all the way at the bottom of the bottle. Once the cork has been removed, light a candle, or for you smartphone wizards, the flashlight app on your phone to act as a backdrop to decant the wine. Hold the wine over the light, then begin to slowly and gently pour the wine into the decanter. When you look at the neck of the bottle, the light behind the bottle will show you when the sediment is beginning to work its way to the neck. You can stop once it gets there. If you don't want to waste any of the wine, you can always filter the rest with cheesecloth. This method is the one you're probably most likely to see in high-end white tablecloth restaurants. Looks cool, but either way, it works. So there you have it. From now on, when you see a crystal decanter, you'll know exactly what they're used for. Thanks for joining me. Now, if you enjoyed this video, I hope you'll press the like icon, and if you'd like to see more videos just like this, I hope you'll press subscribe. Now, if you have a question about wine, type your question in the comment section below. I'd love to hear from you. Until next time, peace out.